Hey everybody! So I'm going to start off with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and this is the anti-aging one. I just wanted to say that when you're working with intense colors, that a primer is going to be your best friend. It's not going to hurt you when you use it. And I also applied my face primer, which was the Maybelline Baby Skin, but I just didn't record it. And then I'm going to take my Revlon concealer. This is the Revlon Colorstay in light medium, and I'm gonna put this under my foundation because I wanted to make my skin look glowy from within. I didn't want to do a full glam, so that's why I just did it under my foundation. I'm also taking the concealer to really cancel out some of my bigger blemishes because my acne is kind of getting a little crazy right now, getting a little wild. And then I'm going to blend that all in with a beauty blender. I dampened it up with Max Fix Plus because I also feel like this helps it really sink into my skin and make it look a little bit more flawless. So I want my face to be flawless and then my eyes to be kind of dramatic. That's what I was kind of going for. And then for foundation, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is in the color Natural Beige. And surprisingly, this is one of the more inexpensive foundations in the drugstore, but it performs a lot more better than most of the other ones do. And I'm kind of glad to say that this one kind of beats the CoverGirl 3-in-1 that I love oh so much. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a drugstore foundation. For this specific look, I wanted my foundation to look as flawless as possible, so that's why I'm taking my time pouncing my foundation into my skin, and I really wanted my pimples to be covered as possible without using a whole bunch of concealer. So I'm just taking my time, and then after that's done, I'm taking my Airspun powder and a foundation brush, and this is the only time I use my foundation brush, to be honest. So I'm taking that and I'm going to bake under my eyes. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm gonna have a lot of fallout later, so I want to have my fallout be able to be swept away effortlessly. And I'm also bringing that down the sides of my nose because that's where I crease. And then I'm also going to put it around my smile lines and on my bridge of the nose, and then under my lips, and then I'm going to put this under my cheekbones, and this is just going to make my contour kind of stand out a little bit more. And I know I look real crazy right now, but that's okay, it's going to be worth it. And then with my Anastasia Brow Wiz, I'm just going to line the lower part of my eyebrow. And this is going to make the arch of my eyebrow look a little bit stronger and neater. And then with my Anastasia Brow Pomade, they're both in chocolate by the way, I'm taking this and just filling in the rest of my eyebrow. My eyebrow routine hasn't changed except for that Brow Wiz part, but other than that, it's basically the same. So if you need an in-depth eyebrow routine video, then I have that up, and I'll be sure to link it down below. I'll be sure. I will try not to forget. To be honest, the most satisfying feeling of doing my whole entire makeup is actually concealing and defining my brows. So with that, I'm taking my Revlon Colorstay concealer in the color medium this time, and I'm actually going to just go all over the perimeter of my brow, and this is just going to help it make it look really sharp. And it's okay if you run concealer over your eyebrow, we can fix it. Just take that Brow Wiz again, and boom, boom, boom. Your brow is back to normal. Yeah, good looking brow, good looking arch, and you're good to go. Moving on to the eyes, I'm taking the color Soft Peach, and I know that I already put foundation, eyeshadow primer on my lids, but you know me, I just want to make sure that everything is locked in with the powder before I proceed to use more eyeshadow on my lids. And I'm just buffing that in, and then I'm taking the color Morocco on a MAC 286 SE. This was in a holiday pack, but it's basically a blending brush, and I'm taking the color Morocco, which is a burnt orange, and running that along my crease very lightly. And this is going to act as a transition to add a little bit more warmth since we are working with black. And then I'm taking a clean blending brush with, this one's a Sigma E35, I believe, and just really diffusing that on my lid. Moving on to another color, taking the same MAC brush, I'm taking the color Fudge, and this one's gonna go right on top of Morocco, if not just a little lower. And this is also going to help with the warmth situation, and then I'm blending that all in with the Sigma brush. I don't think I mentioned this before, but I'm using the Anastasia Shadow Couture palette. So I'm sorry I didn't mention that before, but I'm just using all the colors that are offered in here. And then I'm just taking the color Noir on a flat shader brush, and I'm taking the black up to where my crease is, because since I do have small lids, I like to keep it in that general area, just because if I go over, my crease is going to look murky and not so crisp. So I'm also weighing this out, and when you blend, the black is going to move up into those transitions colors that I did. And then I'm taking the color Morocco again and then adding a little bit more warmth. And basically this look is just me going back and forth with the black, with the Morocco, with the Fudge, and just keep on blending it till you get it right. And it's kind of like all or nothing, you know, you kind of just have to play around with your colors and see what looks best on you. So if you're more fair, you're probably going to use more Morocco and all that jazz. And right now I'm just blending it all together again with that Sigma brush. And then I'm also just going to continue packing on that black. And you are going to get a lot of fallout, but that is what that baking was for, hunty, okay? Okay. So my Sigma brush actually got really dirty, so I'm using another clean blending brush, and that's okay if that happens if you're working on with a black smoky eye. It happens, but now I'm done. This is the finished look, but we're not finished yet. We have to move on to the face. I'm using my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 16-Hour Matte Finish Powder. And after I put this all over my face, I'm just going to move on to my lower lash line because it's easier that way. But yeah, I just took a break from my eyes. This is also going to give a little bit more color so that the Airspun powder doesn't leave a white residue. And then with my Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, I'm just going to bronze up my face and contour it as well. I also want to note that since our eyes are pretty dramatic, that I want my face to look as natural as possible. That's why I didn't mix the Milk Chocolate Soleil with the regular Chocolate Soleil like I usually do. But now I'm going to move on to blush, and I'm mixing my MAC Trace Gold with my Tarte Blush and Ecstatic. These two are actually pretty bomb together, and I don't like pink blushes, but somehow Tarte has really turned my perspective on pink blushes. So thank you so much. And then I'm taking my highlighter as usual, the Urban Decay Luminous Highlight, and just putting that on my cheekbones and my nose. And then since the glitter was everywhere, I just took a big powder brush and just patted it down. For mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Power Volume Mascara, and I didn't film me putting on my lashes because I had troubles putting them on. They were the Revlon self-adhesive ones in the style 99509, and they're kind of bad lashes, I'm sorry, Revlon. But now I'm just going to line my waterline with some black eyeliner and then set it in with the Noir, and then under that I'm mixing Fudge and Morocco just so it matches my lids. And then I'm going to brighten up my inner corners because there's just a lot of darkness going on. So I'm taking the color Pink Champagne, which is my go-to for inner corner highlight, on a Sigma Pencil E30 brush. And then I'm moving on to lips, and I know I said before that I didn't really like the Anastasia Sepia Liquid Lipstick, but I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of a cool tone liquid lip, something like that, for this look, because it's something different, and I know I do a lot of the same looks, so I thought I would just step out of my comfort zone and use it for once. And then I'm also just going to be using my Smashbox Lipstick in Nylon Nude. You guys know that this is my favorite when I want to dilute or lighten up a lipstick, so that's that. And after that, you are done and the look is completed. I hope you guys really enjoy this tutorial. And if you do recreate it, please hashtag ThatsSoYin on all social media. I'll be sure to check it out because girl, you know, I check my social media. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any other requests for any other videos like makeup tutorials or outfit videos, then please let me know in the comment section below and I'll be sure to check it out and I'll try my best to do it. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Peace out, Girl Scouts.